So we have Tracey here. Tracey, where were you before working with us? And what I mean by that is there comes a point where people say, hey, I want to do something different. Or I've been a director for however many years, or whatever their case. Like, what was it for you? Where were you before working with, ECU?
Sure. So that's an interesting question, Tim. So back in June, I was probably at the point where I wanted to leave corporate America. Like
Hmm.
I felt that I had reached the ceiling and I would never make director. And yeah, the timing of someone reaching out and saying, watch, attend this free webinar
Oh, yeah.
for ECU.
Yep.
And that's what did it for me. It was just a chain of events where, um, yeah, I was literally about to leave.
Yeah. Do you know what the funny thing is too? If for people who watched the webinar, none of those people thought it was going to happen for me either. Do you know what I mean? Um, at what point did you say, I think I might need help with my search? Because I know what we talked about is one of the things is you're just kind of a little fearful of, I don't feel comfortable reaching out to people who can hire me. And I'm like, well, then how are people going to know about you? Right. So, but at what point did you say, I think I might need some help with my search? What was it for you?
Sure. So it was the month of June was a good month. So I was having a conversation with one of my. It was actually a connection from a friend, and
Hmm.
at the end of the conversation, he said something to me that kind of struck me. He said, "Are you holding on because of fear? Holding on to your technical skills because of fear?" And I was like, no one had ever said it to me, and offended by it. It forced me to think, to really
Hmm.
think about. What I was doing and was it me? And he literally said, I think you're the problem. You work in cyber. There are so many opportunities in cyber. If you're not getting any traction, it's probably you. And that was the point where, like the chain of events, I attended the webinar. I set up had the
Call.
one-on-one with Luke.
Hmm.
That's, it was just the stars aligned.
Yeah. Do you know what the good thing is too? What people don't realize is sometimes they think they're the problem, or sometimes they think their approach is the problem, and they give that so much power. When I think about it, I think about it as a good thing. Like, for instance, like, hey, if I'm the problem, hypothetically, or maybe the way I'm attacking the search is the problem, well, then we can fix that. You know what I mean? Like, we can't fix if it's something else. But the good news is, whoever's watching this, like, if you think you're the problem, if you think the way you've been approaching the search is the problem, that's stuff that can be fixed, right? What did you find most valuable about working together? So typically people say the community, the other people. Some people say the group calls. Some people say the unlimited one-on-one support till you're hired. And some people say the automated system. What do you think? What did you find most valuable when we were working together?
So I think it's a combination. So the first and probably most important for me was the your focus on mindset,
Yeah.
because that's what was holding me back. Having the calls with Christine,
Mm-hmm.
having going through the exercises of what I really wanted, like having having some focused time to really write down, here's my goal, writing those goals every day. um, yeah, that was like the first piece, and then definitely the community reaching out. They're so supportive of all of my peers would reach out. They would help, give me advice, and then the automation piece, like
Yeah.
the I mean that was it for me. Like it was something I would have never done ever,
Mm-hmm.
but it's connected me with people I would have never connected with, never even known to reach out to. And I'm looking forward to even fostering some of those additional relationships out of automation.
I'm glad you said mindset, because no one thinks that they need that. And here's what I would say too: you can have the best resume or LinkedIn profile. You can know how to reach out to people who can actually hire you. You can know how to interview a little bit. But if you don't ever think it's going to happen for you and you don't have clarity in all of this, like, you're like sabotaging yourself. So I put an extreme emphasis on mindset because it's, the rest of it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how good you look if you're approaching those calls, we're really fearful. And the cool thing about automation too is it connects you with opportunities that you never thought of, just like you said. I mean, we just recently had someone in marketing who never thought about going into cybersecurity. We've had a supply chain executive who's now the COO of an artificial intelligence company. And when we took, her testimonial, she said, "There's no way I would have ever considered this." Right. So yeah, that's really awesome. And I do know, because of, for people watching this, for the automated system, hey, sometimes the stars align. So in your case, we're talking about roughly 30 days. And we're talking about when you got connected to someone, which led to an offer of multiple six figures. It happened inside of a week, which, like, as you know, typically the interview loops are very long. And fortunately for you, the stars align pretty quickly, and that's excellent. What advice would you have if someone rewatched this video for someone who's considering working with us?
I would definitely say do it. Just do it. Trust the process and trust yourself and focus on your mindset. It's everything. Once you're committed to your goals, once you know that you deserve to get to that whatever position you want, and just doing everything that you can, even if fear comes in, just pushing fear aside and pushing through the process.
Yeah. It's good too to be in a community of people that are even far more successful than we are. Like, they've had tremendous careers and they sometimes feel the same way you do, right? Like, they're fearful, and we're like, "John, you've been we have some people who are CEOs of companies, and you're like, how are you not, so it's nice to be a part of a community that says, a job search is tough, and it's tough to do on your own. And sometimes when you're getting rejection, even if you're, good at interviewing and stuff, it can take a toll on you, right?"
Definitely.
So excellent. Thanks so much, Tracey.